Вімкнено, можете розпочинати.
Доброго дня, шановні колеги. Сьогодні 27 лютого 2024 року, 9 година ранку. Дозвольте розпочати засідання. Відповідно до рішення Вченої ради Сумського національного аграрного університету номер 4 від 30 жовтня 2023 року у Сумському національному аграрному університеті утворено спеціалізовану вчену раду про прийняття до розгляду та проведення разового захисту дисертації Цю Хунчжоу на тему «Теоретико-методичні засади логістичного управління в роботі сільськогосподарських підприємств. Theoretical and Methodical Principles of Logistic Management in the World of Agricultural Enterprises» на здобуття ступеню доктора філософії у галузі знань 07 управління та адміністрування за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Склад спеціалізованої вченої ради. Голова ради Макаренко Наталія Олексіївна, доктор економічних наук, професор, завідувачка кафедрою маркетингу та логістики, Сумський національний аграрний університет. Рецензент Лишенко Маргарита Олександрівна, доктор економічних наук, професор, декан факультету економіки та менеджменту, Сумський національний аграрний університет. Офіційні опоненти: Наумов Олександр Борисович, доктор економічних наук, професор кафедри менеджменту зовнішньоекономічної діяльності підприємств, Національний авіаційний університет. Чорток Юлія Володимирівна, кандидат економічних наук, доцент, Сумський державний університет. Боровик Тетяна Вікторівна, кандидат економічних наук, доцент кафедри маркетингу, Полтавський державний аграрний університет. Посади членів спеціалізованої вченої ради вказані на дату захисту дисертаційної роботи. Прошу зареєструватися, шановні рецензенти та опоненти. Згідно реєстраційної карти, всі члени спеціалізованої вченої ради зареєструвалися засобами електронного зв'язку. Отже, на підставі реєстраційної картки присутні 5 членів спеціалізованої вченої ради і 5 затверджених наказом ректора, наказ номер 716К від 27.12.23 року. Кворум необхідний для засідання є, і ми маємо всі офіційні підстави для того, щоб розпочати засідання. Засідання спеціалізованої вченої ради оголошую відкритим. Сьогодні на порядку денному захист дисертації на здобуття ступеня доктора філософії, аспіранта кафедри публічного управління та адміністрування Цю Хунчжоу на тему «Теоретико-методичні засади логістичного управління в роботі сільськогосподарських підприємств. Theoretical and Methodical Principles of Logistic Management in the Work of Agricultural Enterprises» за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Роботу виконано у Сумському національному аграрному університеті. Науковий керівник, доктор економічних наук, професор Славкова Олена Павлівна. До спеціалізованої вченої ради надійшли такі документи. Заява щодо проведення атестації здобувача, копія першої сторінки паспорта громадянина Китайської Народної Республіки, копія диплома магістра, витяг з наказу про зарахування до аспірантури, засвідчений у встановленому порядку, академічна довідка про виконання відповідної освітньо-наукової програми, висновок наукового керівника, доктора економічних наук, професора Славкової Олени Павлівни, висновок про наукову новизну, теоретичне та практичне значення результатів дисертації, дисертація в друкованому та електронному виглядах, відбитки копій наукових публікацій, зарахованих за темою дисертації, засвідчені у встановленому порядку. Всі документи відповідають встановленим вимогам. Дисертація до захисту подається вперше. Хто за пропонований порядок денний, прошу голосувати. Хто за? Хто проти? Утримались? Немає. Пропозиція приймається. Дозвольте зачитати біографічні дані аспіранта. Цю Хунчжоу, 1978 року народження, громадянин Китайської Народної Республіки, освіта вища, закінчив у 2015 році Нанкінський науково-технічний університет провінції Нанкін, Китайська Народна Республіка, за спеціальністю комп'ютерні науки та технології. Аспірант працює у комп'ютерному центрі Хенанського науково-технічного інституту помічником експериментатора з грудня 2003 року по теперішній час. Аспірантуру закінчив у 2022 році Сумський національний аграрний університет, Міністерство освіти і науки України, місто Суми. Дисертацію виконано у Сумському національному аграрному університеті, Міністерство освіти і науки України, місто Суми. Цю Хунчжоу завершив виконання освітньо-наукової програми у 2022 році. 22 вересня 2022 року відбулася публічна тематична презентація дисертаційного дослідження на кафедрі менеджменту за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент, де дисертацію було рекомендовано до розгляду та захисту у разовій спеціалізованій вченій раді. Основні наукові положення та результати досліджень за темою дисертації опубліковано у 14 наукових працях, з них 3 статті у фахових наукових виданнях України, усі включені до міжнародних науково-метричних баз даних, 2 статті опубліковано в наукових періодичних виданнях Організації економічного співробітництва та розвитку країн, 1 стаття в періодичному виданні, яка включена до науково-метричної бази Web of Science, 6 тез в матеріалах наукових конференцій. Наукові публікації відповідають вимогам пункту 8-9 порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування рішення разової спеціалізованої вченої ради закладу вищої освіти наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії. Постанова Кабінету міністрів України від 12 січня 2022 року, номер 44. Дисертація відповідає вимогам наказу Міністерства освіти і науки України за номером 40 від 12 січня 2017 року про затвердження вимог до оформлення дисертації та порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування рішення разової спеціалізованої вченої ради закладу вищої освіти наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії. Постанова Кабінету міністрів України від 12 січня 2022 року за номером 44. Чи є питання у членів спеціалізованої вченої ради? Немає. Зі здобувачем погоджено, що захист дисертації буде проводитись англійською мовою. Цю Хунчжоу, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Professor.
To present the main results of research, the word is given to graduate students. You can start your presentation.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see.
Okay. Hello, every professor. Now, I begin my teaching presentation. My research topic is theory and method principle of logistic management in agriculture enterprise. My supervisor is Alena Slavkova. My name is Cyu Hongzhou. My research report is divided into 5 parts. First, I want to introduce the architecture of them. The urgency of the research topic lies in need to form a perfect logistic management theory and method in work of agriculture enterprise, which is caused by international and external factors. The work of agriculture companies was adversely affected. These factors include lack of liquid asset, low quality, low wage levels, risk of an economic and environmental nature, and inadequate logistic management systems in the agriculture sector. Extra factor adversely affecting agribusiness operation should note the instability of political situation in the country, the evaluation of military operation in East into war of invasion by Russia, and the inflation process, limited investment, and the low level of EU subsidies to agribusiness. Domestic agriculture products, this carry sense have led to the need to form better theories and the method of logistic flow management in the work of agriculture enterprise, whose purpose is increase the economic potential of the work of agriculture enterprise and improve the competitiveness of agriculture products in the domestic and foreign markets. Therefore, the urgency of the article is debatable. One research purpose and task. The dissertation aims to improve the theory and method of logistic management in the work of agricultural enterprise, so as to improve their work efficiency. The implementation of the research will lead to set the solve the tasks, form the acceptor of the allocator enterprise, logistical supply management, to think about the promise of the forming effective logistics in the work of agriculture enterprise, explore and improve modern logistic management concepts. Management theory and principle aims to form the theory basis of logistic management, improve the theoretical principle of logistic management in the work of agricultural enterprise by form new characteristic of logistic management classification, improving organization and economic support for logistic management in agriculture enterprise activities. Formulated ordering regulation of the aviation of logistic plateau of agriculture enterprise. Develop a systemic mathematical to estimate the economic benefit agriculture business logistic management. Give full play to a logistic potential of agriculture enterprise at the application level. Evaluate the application level economic benefit of agriculture enterprise logistic management. Harmonize logistic management in agriculture enterprise. The object of research. The object of research is the process logistic management in agriculture enterprise activities. The subject of the research aim to improve the theory and method of logistic management in the work of agriculture enterprise, so as to improve their work efficiency. The scientific note of the open result. For the first time, develop an evaluation method for logistic potential of agriculture enterprise, which contains closed logistic environment and form effective management direction making standard for logistic system level. The scientific note of the option results improve. Provision on method for evaluating the economic benefit of logistic management in agriculture enterprise. Different from existing provision, including the formation of quantity and quantitative indicator of logistic management to determine its level of efficiency. Organized and provide logistic management in the activities of agriculture companies. Different from the existing activities, include subsystem developing the correct situation of the logistic management and the flying problems, existing business process, standardization subsystem of logistic activity in the operation of the logistics management to introduce new element of the subsystem. Logistic management efficiency economic. Monitoring subsystem logistic management economic risk in subsystem of agriculture enterprise logistic solution from subsystem. Actual future development. The theory provision of the agriculture enterprise logistic management are different from existing theoretical principle. Include the new classification set of the agriculture enterprise logistic management, economic modeling of logistic management business process in the work agriculture enterprise. In sharp contrast to it, the existing management choose the direction of logistics. Management to so as to option effect logistic management type enterprise in agriculture work. The concept of logistic management in the work of agriculture enterprise. In different from existing concept, which contain a set of management theory principle in order to form the theoretical basis of agriculture logistic management company. The practical single phase of result option. The theoretical prevention of agricultural enterprise logistic management are different from the existing theoretical prevention, including the new classification sense of agricultural enterprise logistic management. Economic model of logistic management basis for process in the work of agricultural enterprise. In sharp contrast to it, the activity management chooses the direction of a logistic management so as the option effect logistic management type enterprise in agriculture work. The concept of logistic management in the work of agriculture enterprise is different from extracted concept, which contains a set of management theory principle in order to form the theoretical basis of agriculture logistic management company. Main results. This directing will produce relevant theory and literature reviews, study, document, and foreign agriculture product logistic, and analyze the development space of agriculture products logistic in China. On this basis, it will conduct impaired research from the perspective of the agriculture product logistic in China. Logistic research of native agriculture enterprise, supermarket chain, product logistic of the product logistic development of agriculture. Finally, it will put some measure fraud from developing product logistic agriculture in China. This direction also discusses the world economic development area of North America, West Europe, East Asia countries, the sensitive of the agricultural products logistic, and China is a modern of the agricultural products circulation logistic organization and operation model, logistic and the technology level and the logistic system is the purpose is to summarize the advanced experience of developed countries and region for the establishment of Chinese agriculture products logistic model. Evaluation the logistic title of the principal national award agriculture products taken into construction is required to defend the principal inductor characterizing the country's logistic title. Product indexed agriculture is relative number reflecting the dynamic change of the of the value agriculture product on the save is an important index to reflect and study products of the agriculture producing speed. Development index of the agriculture refer to agriculture products indexed that in the bullet by the weight rate of the physical output indexed of the value agriculture products. Among the funding, we will meant the significant contribution of risk bear committee and never use this pave invasion there to level invasion, particularly in the section countries. The level enterprise pressure raise perception of the willingness to take risk and at positive in business can be explained by the influence of national culture and maybe culturally passage. According the competition of the competitiveness of the agriculture products, logistic enterprise, this success believes that in relation of the competitiveness of the agriculture products, logistic enterprise should be studied from 5 aspects, several innovation, marketing, management, and closure and finally design a set of evaluation index system composed of 5 first level in detector and 22 second level indicator. The actual personal contribution, the direction is an independent scientific work and the country's new results opened by the author in economic sense, which together solve an important scientific task. Our theme is the logistic management in the work of agriculture enterprise and form an effective logistic premise of all work of agriculture enterprise. It has perfect modern logistic management concept, management theory and principle, and field the basis of agriculture logistic management evaluation mechanism of logistic operation of agriculture enterprise is formulated, which provide the evaluation basis for economic benefit level of logistic management of agriculture logistic enterprise, and gives full play to potential of agriculture enterprise in logistic application. Conclusion, in this dissertation, starting from the agriculture logistic theoretical basis of a basic static of the modern agriculture logistic analysis, the characteristics and the function of agriculture logistics, discuss the firmware work of modern agriculture logistic structure and option in this way. In the study of agriculture logistics related theory on basis of computing enterprise logistics, logistic of agriculture product, agriculture supply chain, contractor, the famous of modern agriculture enterprise logistics system in China. The put forward the assumption that modern agriculture logistic enterprise system consists of agriculture and logistic infrastructure platform, agriculture logistic inform platform, and agriculture logistic policy platform. Before introducing the 3 platforms of modern agriculture enterprise logistic, this success analyzes the logistic chain of agriculture enterprise, based on concept on nation and the relationship of agriculture industry chain and the agriculture supply chain. It analyzes the characteristic and type of agriculture supply chain and the situation of Chinese agriculture supply chain. The dissertation carried on the construction of modern management system of agriculture enterprise logistic. From the logistic park planning, the construction of site to build the infrastructure platform agriculture enterprise logistic, from platform design and logistic enterprise management from system design, 3 steps to construct the agriculture enterprise logistic information platform. The policy platform aimed at 5 key problems to solve. Develop a modern agriculture enterprise logistic. The government need to adopt 8 policy and measures. Modern agriculture enterprise logistic is very worthy of research. This dissertation based on the domestic and foreign related research on agriculture enterprise logistics for a preliminary discussion. Due to limited time and knowledge, there are still many aspects cannot be in depth discussed, such as agriculture enterprise logistics system and other logistic systems. Agriculture enterprise logistic system optimization design, agriculture enterprise logistic system evaluation, and so on. That problem we'll continue to study. This is a total of 14 papers published. That's all report content. Thank you, every professor listening.
Thank you very much, Цю Хунчжоу.
Thank you.
You can close your presentation. The report is complete. Dear colleagues, you can ask questions. Who will be first? Maybe Margarita Alexandrovna.
Yes, hello, thank you, Natalia Alexeyevna. I have two questions. First, what is the scientific hypothesis of your researches?
Thank you for your question, Professor. I'm from the concept of logistic supply management of agriculture enterprise. Discuss the premise of forming effective logistics in the work of agriculture enterprise. Through the dimension of mental agriculture logistics and the fashion characteristic classical Asian management development trend of modern agriculture logistics and analysis of modern agriculture logistics industry on the basis of reviewing and looking forward to development of agriculture logistics at home and abroad. The development of modern agriculture logistics is theoretically through and analysis aiming at the theoretical development and practical application. This paper draw on the experiences of the international agriculture logistics development, analyzes the evaluation and development state and fluctuation factor of Chinese agriculture logistics and put forward the model of development modern agriculture logistics. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. And first questions, what scientific approaches were used in your research?
Thank you for your question, Professor. This dissertation includes the quantitative method, economic studies, statistical method, factor analysis method, the structure method of organizing and economically providing logistic management in the agriculture enterprise. To develop the economic mathematical method to systematical evaluate the logistic plateau of agriculture enterprise and improve the economic analysis method and estimation method of economic benefit evaluation method of logistic management of agriculture enterprise. Economic modern method in development stage of agriculture enterprise activity logistic system management organization model. In the future, scientific research I will continue to improve and thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. I am satisfied with your answer.
Thank you, Margarita Alexandrovna. Alexander Borisovich, your questions, please.
Okay, thank you. You made good job and delivered us a very interesting report. But I have a couple of questions for you, and I'm going to ask them one by one. And my first question, what is the theoretical contribution of your research? Please answer.
Thank you for your question, Professor. Evaluation of competitiveness of agriculture, logistics, and enterprise should be studied from 5 aspects: cyber power, innovation power, marketing power, management power, and counter power. And final design a set of evaluation is text system composed of 5 first level in detector and 22 second level in detector. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, I get it. My next question, how were the scientific results of your research implemented in the practical work of logistic companies?
Thank you for your question, Professor. Modern agriculture logistic management is to scientifically manage the logistic activity in the process of agriculture production and to achieve the customer situation with the lowest cost agriculture logistic server level. Modern agriculture supply chain management is a new agriculture logistic management model. Modern agriculture green logistics is the direction of a sustainable development of modern agriculture logistics, a method of evaluating the logistic plateau of agriculture enterprise, and the method of evaluating the economic benefit of a logistic management agriculture enterprise are formulated to determine its effective level. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, now it was good answer. I completely satisfied. Thank you.
Thank you, Олександр Борисович, Цю Хунчжоу. Thank you. Юлія Володимирівна, your questions, please.
Цю Хунчжоу, I also have two questions for you. The first is, what suggestions do you have for further research of your research topic?
Thank you for your question, Professor. The optimization of the Chinese agriculture product circulation system should follow the principle of non-valuatory, the principle of intrinsic continuation, and the principle of institutional initiative, and of minimizing goal is to improve the operation efficiency of Chinese agricultural products circulation system, increase farmers' income, and ensure recipient food safety. The implementation mechanism is price optimization mechanism, competition mechanism, information mechanism, and management mechanism of agriculture product circulation system. This mechanism play a role from both international and external aspects to improve the efficiency of the Chinese agriculture product circulation system. The spectral pace of optimization is developed specialized agriculture competitive and vigorously developed code and logistic. The third part, logistic model and promotion of present household turnover is necessary to prevent the development the tax system and form and effect mathematical algorithm model such improves the accesses and direction of the evaluation system. It's necessary to refine the evaluation index system and form effective mathematical algorithm model such improves the access and direction of evaluation system. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer. And the next question is, has an analysis of risks and their management been carried out in the logistics works of companies?
Thank you for your question, Professor. There are many factors involved in the evaluation of competitiveness of agriculture logistics enterprise. There are a large number of factors that have unclear boundaries and not easy to quantitate. And the evaluation of core competitiveness is first because the model of froze competitive evaluation method is simple. It can better solve the million factor and multi-level foods problem that difficult to quantify in practice and can get more comprehensive and reasonable evaluation result. Therefore, the froze comprehensive evaluation method is used to evaluate the core competitiveness of agriculture logistics enterprise. In order to fully consider all evaluation factor and issue that the useful information in conclusion is as complete as possible. The two-level for the comprehensive evaluation model is used to evaluate the core competitiveness of the agriculture logistic enterprise. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm satisfied with the answers.
Thank you, Юлія Володимирівна. Thank you, Цю Хунчжоу. Тетяна Вікторівна, your questions, please.
Yes, I have two questions. The first, what is the new in the evaluations of the logistics potential of agriculture companies of the world's countries?
Thank you for your question, Professor. Through comparative analysis of logistic management of agriculture product around the world, the positive factor affect their product development are found out. They are globalization, innovation, green production, innovative factor are effect of nature and climate, the lack of effective logistic policy, and sustainable development of developed country government. The logistic policy of world major agriculture producing countries is assessed. The leading country with high logistic potential is 0.83 C. The standard basis for evaluating the logistic potential of major producing countries in the established in a 6-level system basis 0.1 CU according to the level of material flow potential of main agriculture production countries in the world. The way to improve the internationalization level the business process efficiency of world agriculture enterprise were found. The main manifesting the change of production vector, the review of the investment, the intelligence of agriculture products, and the BPM, the formation of a special economic zone. In terms of further future research, the theoretical and the mathematical work need to be influenced by international economic factor in the logistic management of agriculture producing country. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. And the second question, how is the evaluations of the innovative potential of the countries of the world related to the topic of your research?
Thank you for your question, Professor. The evaluation of logistic innovation potential of several respective countries in the world shows that the logistic potential of each country exactly respect and the potential capacity of its own country's logistic enterprise. The present situation of representative agriculture product logistics in North America, West Europe, and East Asia countries in the world economically development region is compared with that of China in the sector of agriculture product sectorization modernization. Logistic organization and option model, logistic fixity and technical level, and the logistic system with the purpose of summing up the advanced experience of development countries and regions is provided in strength of for the establishment of agriculture products logistic modern in China. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you for the answer, and I am satisfied your answer.
Thank you, Tatiana Viktorovna. Thank you, Cyu Hунчжоу. And I also have two questions. The first, Cyu Hунчжоу, why were expert assessment methods introduced when assessing the logistic potential of agricultural companies?
Thank you for your question, Professor. The subjective improvement evaluation method is based on the subjective judgment of expert responding to experience and the importance of indicator to open the weight, and then the qualitative evaluation method for the comprehensive evaluation of indicator, such as for the comprehensive evaluation method and analysis hierarchy process can better establish a full evaluation metrics to evaluate and improve the self. Innovation, marketing, management, and cultural power and enterprise. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. And one more question. What ways of logistic development do you see in China and Ukraine?
Thank you for your question, Professor. In my opinion, both Ukraine and China are vast in terror and abundant in these nature products of two countries are complementary. In particular, a very large proportion of bilateral trade is accounted for by products of agriculture. Depends investment and joint agriculture development between Ukraine and China with the help of road and belt initiative proposed by China. On the one hand, improve the investment and joint agriculture development in the Ukraine. On the other hand, improve the policy of environment, fence, taxation fence in such trade and customer clearance for cooperation of agriculture of Ukraine, and expand improve the culture of agriculture enterprise that plan and selling grain in Ukraine. We will implement the policy supporting the exit of equipment and agriculture imports need by enterprise of agricultural to aid of agriculture in producing abroad. Support and strengthen cooperation of agriculture men body in Ukraine and give play to leading role and demonstration of large-scale enterprise in development of agriculture results abroad. On the other hand, is to establish joint venture with Ukraine, build a cross-border agriculture industrial park, carry products of agriculture in vegetable processing, and produce goods that can be sold out in Ukraine, sold back to domestic market, or enter the Euro-Asia Ukraine Union market, so as to extend the cross-border agriculture industrial chain and avoid trade risk and investment in Ukraine. Therefore, trimming the trade development between China and Ukraine, and even the boom and the development of Euro-Asia trade market. Thank you very much, Professor. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Cyu Hунчжоу, for your answers. I am satisfied. Dear colleagues, no more questions. I think it's enough. Thanks. Дозвольте мені ознайомити присутніх з висновком про наукову новизну, теоретичне та практичне значення результатів дисертації. Let me present to a conclusion about the scientific knowledge, theoretical and practical significance of the results of the thesis. I will do it on the Ukrainian language. Хочу звернути увагу, що актуальність теми дослідження, яка сьогодні представлена на захист, не викликає сумніву. Сільськогосподарське виробництво постійно стикається з новими викликами, такими як пандемія, яка змусила економіку адаптуватися до чергових викликів. Однак є сфери економіки, які не можна перевести на повністю віддалений режим. Навіть логістика ще не може бути повністю візуалізована. З переходом на максимально можливий дистанційний режим продовжиться доставка товарів і особистих замовлень споживачів, актуалізуючи орієнтовні проблеми та направлені на вдосконалення логістичної діяльності компанії. Питання логістичної системи компанії є важливим елементом сучасних досліджень, оскільки від її побудови в більшій мірі залежить успішна робота та конкурентоспроможність будь-якого сільськогосподарського підприємства. Наукові дослідження дисертаційної роботи виконувались відповідно до тематичного плану науково-дослідних робіт Сумського національного аграрного університету в рамках теми «Розвиток менеджменту в умовах міжнародних інтеграційних процесів», в рамках якого автором досліджено основні засади логістики в сільськогосподарських підприємствах. Мета дисертаційної роботи є удосконалення теоретико-методичних засад логістичного управління в роботі сільськогосподарських підприємств. Наукова новизна дисертаційної роботи полягає в розробленні методики оцінки логістичного потенціалу сільськогосподарських підприємств, яка містить елементи нечіткої логіки та формує ефективний стандарт прийняття управлінських рішень на рівні логістичної системи. Елементами наукової новизни є також автором удосконалено методику оцінки економічних переваг логістичного менеджменту в сільськогосподарських підприємствах, науково обґрунтовано принципи організації та забезпечення логістичного управління діяльності сільськогосподарських підприємств, дістало подальшого розвитку теоретичні положення логістичного управління в сільськогосподарських підприємствах, економічне моделювання логістичного управління бізнес-процесами в роботі сільськогосподарських підприємств та концепція логістичного менеджменту в роботі сільськогосподарських підприємств. Наукове та практичне значення даного дисертаційного дослідження полягає в удосконаленні теорії та методики логістичного управління в сільськогосподарських підприємствах, що дозволяє вирішити проблему ефективності роботи сільськогосподарських підприємств. Основні результати роботи доповідались на другій міжнародній науково-практичній конференції місто Суми та ще двох міжнародних конференціях. Автором дисертаційної роботи були особисто проведені теоретичні та методологічні дослідження, проведені розрахунки та отримано підтвердження результатів. Результати теоретичних і практичних досліджень автора, основні наукові положення і висновки дисертації в достатній мірі висвітлено у 14 наукових працях, в тому числі 3 публікації у фахових журналах та збірниках наукових праць України, 1 публікація в наукових виданнях цитування Scopus Web of Science, 2 публікації в іноземних виданнях, 2 в колективній монографії, 6 тезах доповідей на наукових конференціях. Дисертаційна робота Цю Хунчжоу написана грамотною англійською та українською мовами, має змістовну цілісність, послідовність та завершеність. Стиль викладення матеріалу відповідає прийнятому в науковій літературі. Під час виконання дисертаційної роботи та навчання в аспірантурі Сумського НАУ аспірант проявив високий рівень наукової підготовки, теоретичних знань та практичних навичок зі спеціальності 073 менеджмент, вміння розв'язувати складні наукові задачі, які були поставлені на початку дослідження. Цю Хунчжоу володіє сучасними методами дослідження, пакетами прикладних програм для проведення досліджень, володіє 2 мовами. Цю Хунчжоу можна характеризувати як працездатну, наполегливу та інноваційну особу. Дисертаційна робота Цю Хунчжоу на тему «Теоретико-методичні засади логістичного управління в роботі сільськогосподарських підприємств», яка подана до захисту спеціалізовану вчену раду на здобуття ступеня доктора філософії з галузі знань 07 управління та адміністрування за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент, за своєю актуальністю, науково-теоретичним рівнем, основними результатами обґрунтованості, основними положеннями і результатами, опублікованими у фахових виданнях, новизна постановки та практичним значенням відповідає вимогам наказу МОН України номер 40 від 12 січня 2017 року про затвердження вимог до оформлення дисертації та постанові Кабінету міністрів України від 12 січня 2022 року за номером 44 про затвердження порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування рішення разової спеціалізованої ради вченої ради закладу вищої освіти, наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії зі змінами, внесеними згідно з постановою Кабінету міністрів за номером 341 від 21 березня 2022 року. Зміст дисертації відповідає паспорту спеціальності. Шановні колеги, розпочинаємо обговорення дисертаційної роботи Цю Хунчжоу. We begin the discussion of the dissertation work by Цю Хунчжоу. And now I invite a reviewer to speak, Professor Лишенко Margarita, Doctor of Science in Economics, Sumy National Agrarian University. Margarita Alexandrovna, you are welcome.
Thank you. Почну одразу англійською мовою, вибачте. Today, logistic management approaches a basic for the dominant majority of enterprises both in the world economy and in Ukrainian in particular. The logistic approach to the management of an agriculture enterprises involved during the rationalization of management actions of the managed system. So, the chosen topic is relevant. The dissertation work submitted for review was carried out in accordance with the direction of scientific work of the Sumy National Agrarian University. The scientific novelty of the obtained results lies in the development of scientifically based proposal regarding the theory and method principle of logistics management in agriculture enterprises. The review is fully covered on the website. So let's move on to the remarks. With the positive assessment of Цю Хунчжоу's dissertation work, it is worth paying attention to certain discussion points, remarks, and wishes. I believe that the following positions are debatable or require the author's comment. In our opinion, in the first chapter of the dissertation, when considering the theoretical foundation of the theory and method principle of logistic management in agricultural enterprises, the literature of mostly Chinese researchers was used. Research can be enriched by paying more attention to alternative economic theories of logistic management, such as European ones in agriculture enterprises. Analyzing the architecture of the dissertation work, it should be noted that in the first chapter of subdivisions have a disproportional structure. When developing criteria of logistic potential of countries across the world, page 100, the author proposed a 5-step assessment. In our opinion, it could be formed into a classic 3-step: high level, satisfactory level, and low level. Subsection 3.3, construction and optimization of logistics management system in agricultural enterprises of the third chapter contains proposals of the general nature that, in our opinion, should be specified and visualized, which would significantly strengthen the dissertation work. In our opinion, the comments notes by use do not significantly affect the overall positive evaluation of the work and do not reduce its overall high rating. They can become the basic for further scientific research. The dissertation work of Цю Хунчжоу in the specialty 073 management in terms of relevance, scientific, the theoretical level, main result justification, main provision and results published in professional publications, novelty of presentation and practical significance meets the requirements of the order of the Ministry of Education and Culture in Ukraine, number 40, dated the 12th of January 27. So, dissertation research can be recommended for consideration at meeting of a specialized board, and each author for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the specialty 073 management. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret Alexandrovna. Цю Хунчжоу, you are given to the opportunity to respond to comments that have been posted in the reviewer's review, please.
Okay. Thank you very much for your comments and suggestion, Professor Margarita. I agree with most of the comments, and we will work on them in future work, but I want to explain some of them. I will continue to pay more attention to business theory and mathematical principle of logistic management in agricultural enterprise, especially the theories and the knowledge of foreign development countries in order to better enrich their own economic management theory level. As for the disappointing structure of supervision, or you mentioned in the first chapter, and concerned and we should accept of contractor of enterprise logistic management system in section 3.3. I will carefully check and revise the article to make it more logical and more reachable. As for whether to use the 5-step evaluation method or classic 3-step method to evaluate the logistic potential when formulating the logistic potential standard of countries in the world. Mentioned in the third point, I think it's more research. We use the 5-step evaluation method because the diversity of logistic management level require a detailed and clear ranking of logistic potential level, which is conceived of the investment authorities to in private phases of reference for optimal process of agriculture production is also more valuable to study. This is my answer. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Цю Хунчжоу. Margarita Alexandrovna, are you satisfied with the answer?
Thank you. I'm satisfied with your answer.
Thank you. I invite an official opponent to speak, Professor Alexander Naumov, Doctor of Science in Economics, Professor of the Management and Foreign Economic Activity and Enterprises Department, National Aviation University. Alexander Borisovich, you are welcome.
Thank you for invitation to express my opinion on the dissertation research. My review was submitted to the council within the established deadline. Let me focus on the main points of my review. The urgency of the research topic lies in the need to form a perfect logistic management theory and method in the work of agriculture enterprise, which is caused by internal and external factors. The most interesting and important result of the novelty of the research is that the theoretical and methodological provisions of logistic management in the work of agriculture enterprise was improved. First of all, deployed an evaluation method for logistic potential of agriculture enterprise, which contains fuzzy logic elements and forms an effective management decision-making standard for logistic system level. Scientific and practical significance is to improve the theory and method of logistic management in agriculture enterprise, solve the problem of working efficiency of agricultural logistical enterprise. The research results were properly approbated at scientific conferences. The main results of scientific research were published in 14 scientific articles. Scientific publication meet the requirements of the procedure for varying the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancelling the decision of the one-time specialized academic council. Acquaintance and detailed analysis of the present scientific work make it possible to assess that the elements of scientific novelty on which the dissertation is positioned are fully explained in the articles and text of the reports. The scientific proposition, conclusion, and recommendation set out in the dissertation are sufficiently substantiated, have a deep scientific meaning, and are important for the development of economic science. The dissertation is a complete logical scientific work. Manuscript contains a complete set of structural elements corresponding to the established requirements. And most important point of my report is remarks and wishes for the content. Characterizing the dissertation work of Cyu Hунчжоу as well, it should be noted that it certainly has relevant scientific and practical significance. During the review of the work, some issues of debatable nature, comments, and suggestions arose. First, in order to enrich the integrity of the conceptual study of agricultural logistics, the conceptual study and system architecture study of agricultural logistic industry should be elaborated more extensively in section 1.2 so as to enrich the shortcoming of existing basic theories. Second one, the authors modify the methodology for assessing countries' innovation potential in section 2.3 by regrouping the innovation-related GCI sub-index and introducing additional indicators of risk-bearing capacity and firms' use of disruptive ideas. However, in the evaluation of innovation potential, the design of elements of the system is not complete, and hierarchical grouping is used on the basis of standards to better achieve the balance between vectors. Third one, the diversification of the joint management mode of agriculture enterprise introduced by the author on section 3.1 of this paper can improve the exchange condition of agricultural products from aggregate economies of scale and obtain the benefits of scale economies. Fourth, in the last chapter of this paper, the direction and path of optimization in the circulation system of agricultural products are waged, and the results that the optimized goal can achieve the operation efficiency of the circulation system is not clear. This affecting the study of effective ways to improve the internalization level of world agricultural enterprise and the efficiency of business process. However, that indicates comments and which don't fundamentally affect the overall positive assessment of the dissertation work, are not fundamental and not reduce its rather high overall assessment. Dissertation work of Cyu Hунчжоу, the theory and method principle of logistic management in agriculture enterprise, which is submitted for defense to the specialized academic council for obtaining the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge, management and administration in the specialty management according to its relevance. Scientifically, the theoretical level, the main result of validity, the main provisions and results published in professional publication, the novelty, of the statement and the practical significance meet the requirements of procedure for acquiring the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the one-time specialized academic council of the institution of higher education, scientific institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with actual change. The content of the dissertation corresponds to the passport of the specialty. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Alexander Borisovich. Цю Хунчжоу, please, you are given the opportunity to respond to comments, please.
Thank you very much, Professor Alexander, for your comments and suggestions. I agree with most of comments and will work on them in future work, but I want to explain some of them. There are still weak links in the research of basic theory of agriculture logistics. I will strengthen the conceptual research and the system achievement research of logistics industry in the future research, so as to enrich the shortcomings of existing basic theory. As for the method of evaluating national innovation potential, I will pay more attention to design of system element and adopt hierarchical group on the basis of standard to better achieve the balance between vector in the last section in order to improve the dimensionalization level of world agriculture enterprise and the effective way of business process efficiency. I will focus on the duration and pace of operation of agriculture products circulation system in the future research. Thank you again, Professor Alexander.
Thank you, Цю Хунчжоу. Alexander Borisovich, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, I'm completely satisfied with the answer. Thank you.
Thank you. I invite an official opponent to speak, docent Yulia Chertok, candidate of Science in Economics at Sumy State University. Yulia Volodymyrovna, you are welcome.
Dear colleagues, thank you for the opportunity to be reviewer of dissertation in your university. My review was sent in time and was presented on the university website, so I would like to ask you permission to say the most important elements of it. Firstly, I want to admit that Цю Хунчжоу in his work considered the extremely relevant topic of the logistics application in the activities of agricultural enterprises, which is extremely relevant in the conditions of limited resources, market changes, but is out of the scientist's attention. This gives the special relevance to his work. It is rather important that the author took an active part in scientific research, processing and generalization of the obtained results and implementation of the development recommendations. The scientific novelty and the results lies in the development of scientifically based proposals regarding the theory and method principle of logistics management in agricultural enterprises. In my opinion, an evaluation method for logistics potential of agricultural enterprises, which contains fuzzy logic elements and forms of effective management decision-making, standard for logistics system level, is of particular scientific interest. Other obtained results of the scientific novelty are devoted to methods for evaluating the economic benefits of logistics management and in the activities of agricultural companies, economic modeling of logistics management business process in the work of agricultural enterprises, and other important conceptual principles in order to form the theoretical basis of agricultural logistics management company. The practical significance of the achieved results is beyond doubt. From the perspective of science and practice, the research results of this paper are the most meaningful. The scientific propositions, conclusions, and recommendations presented in the dissertation work have a deep scientific meaning and are important for the development of agrarian economic science. The purpose of the dissertation corresponds to the research topic, object, and subject, scientific and methodological requirements. The methodology and dissertation work is based on the in-depth analysis for the theory and logistics support of agricultural companies. A large number of processed scientific literature, statistical data, regulatory information, internet resources, and other sources confirmed the obtained scientific results. Positively characterizing Цю Хунчжоу dissertation work, it is necessary to pay attention to separate discussion provisions of the dissertation submitted for review. The first one is the following. Based on the important role of the enterprise agricultural logistical level in national and regional economic development, it is necessary to explain the key role of efficient and scientific agricultural logistic management system to the survival and development of agricultural enterprises in more detail. The second is that in Chapter 2.1, it is necessary to strengthen the relationship between the current situation of logistics management in Chinese agricultural enterprises and the overall operation of agricultural logistics institutions. The third is the following. In Chapter 2.3, it is necessary to conduct more analysis and discussion on the competency status of managers in Chinese agricultural logistics enterprises. And the last is that in Chapter 3.2, the mentioned relationship between strategic agricultural logistics management system innovation and regions with relatively backward economic level in China needs to be further explained. In my opinion, the comments and remarks highlighted by us do not fundamentally affect the overall positive assessment of the dissertation work and do not reduce its high overall assessment. Finally, I want to say that the dissertation work of Цю Хунчжоу, the theory and method principle of logistics management in agricultural enterprises, which was submitted for the defense to the Specialist Academic Council for obtaining the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge 007 Management and Administration in the specialty 073 Management, according to its relevant scientific theoretical level, the main results and of validity, the main provisions and results published in the professional publications, the novelty of the statement and practical significance meet all the requirements of normative base, and the content of the dissertation corresponds to the passport of the specialty. Thank you.
Thank you, Yulia Volodymyryvna. Цю Хунчжоу, please, you are given the opportunity to respond to comments, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Chotok Yulia, for your comments and suggestion. I agree with most of your comments and will work on them in future work, but I want to explain some of them. I will focus on more detailed research and study on the key role of efficient and scientific agricultural logistic management system in the survival and development of agricultural enterprise, and focus on research and more detailed theoretical study on the problems mentioned by Professor in section 2.1 to 2.3 and 3.2. In particular, the relationship between the current situation of logistic management of Chinese agriculture enterprise and overall option of agriculture logistic institution, as well as the matching relationship between the innovation of strict agriculture logistic management system and relatively backward regions Chinese economic level. To make up for my shortcoming in this area, as for strengthening the relationship between the current situation of logistic management of Chinese agricultural enterprise and the overall operation of agricultural logistic integration mentioned in the section 2.1 is still necessary to strengthen the overall level of Chinese agricultural logistic enterprise. In addition to coordinating the policy balance among various regions, as well as the small cross-regional operation of agriculture products, and the government can coordinate and deal with the high barrier to agricultural products outside the region. We will solve the macro problem in the circulation of agricultural products. As for the company status of the management of a Chinese agricultural logistic enterprise maintained in section 2.3, I will start with the relationship between agriculture logistic enterprise and modern logistic management analyzes the status quo of modern agriculture logistic management in China and propose several of countermeasures by applying modern logistic management theories and combining the experience of the foreign agriculture enterprise in modern logistic management. This paper analyzes and study the management ability, decision-making ability, and the judgment of market option of enterprise managers, so that the competence of agricultural logistic enterprise managers plays decisive or theoretical role in the important aspect of enterprise option. In section 3.2, Chinese structure agriculture logistic management system innovation is still lagging behind, and it should be titled support in debating to the policy of region with backward economic level, so as to improve the intelligibility and coverage of regional agriculture industry and improve the speed and the coherence of region agriculture products trade and circulation. Thank you, Professor. This is my answer. Thank you.
Thank you too. Юлія Володимирівна, are you satisfied with the question or answer?
Yes, thank you. I am satisfied with the answer.
Thank you. I invite an official opponent to speak, docent Tetiana Borovik, candidate of Science in Economics, Poltava State Agrarian University. Tetiana Viktorovna, you are welcome.
Yes, I would like to present some elements of my review. I start with relevance on the dissertation topic. The research of agricultural products logistics in China, it is its infancy, and many experts have carried out research of agricultural products logistics from various angles. But at present, China's logistic industry has gradually entered a stage of rapid development. However, due to the relative backward development of Chinese agriculture, the development of agriculture products logistics lags behind seriously, which not only greatly weakens the competitiveness of our agricultural products market, but also has become a bottleneck of the whole selection system. The scientific novelty of the obtained results lies of the most important result of the novelty of the research obtained by the authors is that the theoretical and methodological visions of logistic management in the work of agricultural enterprise will be improved. First received, developed an evolution method for logistical potential of agriculture enterprises, which contains fuzzy logic elements and forms and effective management discussion making standard for the logistic system level. Improved provisions of methods for evolution, the economics benefits of logistic management in agricultural enterprises, different from exciting provision, including the formation of quantitative and qualitative indicators of logistics management to determine its level of efficiency. Acquaintance, the detailed analysis of the presented scientific works makes it possible to assert that the elements of scientific novelty on which the dissertation is positions are fully explained in the articles and these of the reports. The present dissertation work of Cю Хунчжоу has a logical structure. The content fully discloses the topic of scientific research. The applicants present the material competently logically using modern English language and style. And now I would like to present remarks and wishes for the content. Characterizing the dissertation work of Цю Хунчжоу as a whole, it should be noted that it certainly has relevance, scientific and practical significance. During the review of the work, some issues of debatable nature, comments, and suggestions arose. The first, when the relevant research theories, logistics and supply chain management theory, circulation theory and summarize that the theory is not clearly defines the induction of agricultural product logistics model and agricultural supply chain management. The combination is not very comprehensive. The second, in section 2.1, in terms on the construction of logistics standardization, the representing provisions of laws and regulation related to agricultural products, logistics, and in produce and in the best at icons. Management power, the culture power in the evolution index system, composites of the 5 first level indicators in section 2.2 can be used as a first level selection scale for the hierarchical analysis when construction the judgment matrix analysis of the core competitiveness of agricultural logistics enterprise in section 2.3. The third, in section 3.2, it is worth emphasizing the importance of studying the aspects of goods distribution sector in the countries of the world, as this process is closely related of the management of logistic process at the regional and in-state levels. In my opinion, the incited comments and wishes do not fundamentally affect to the overall positive assessment of the dissertation work, are not fundamental and do not reduce its rather high overall assessment. Dissertation work of Цю Хунчжоу, the theory and method principle of the logistics management of agriculture enterprises, which was submitted for defense to the Specialized Academic Council for obtaining the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the file of knowledge 07 Management and Administration in the Specialized specialty 073 management according to meets the requirements of the order of the Ministry of Education of Culture of Ukraine number 40 and number 44 on approve of produce for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and the cancellation of discuss of the one-time specialized academic council of the Institution of Higher Education Scientific Institution of awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. And the content of the dissertation corresponds to the passport of the specialty. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Tetiana
you.
Viktorівна. Цю, you are given the opportunity to respond to comments. Please.
Okay.
Your comments.
Thank you very much, Professor Tatiana Browick, for your comments and suggestions. I agree with most of comments and will work on them in future work, but I want to explain some of them. I still have deficiencies in the basic theory of agriculture logistic management. The definition of revelation research theories, logistics, supply chain management theories, and circulation theories are not clear, and future research and study are needed on the agriculture logistic model and the connotation of agriculture supply chain management, especially when conducting scientific research on the macroeconomic issues of national logistics in the international system of agriculture companies. It was emphasizing the importance of studying the various aspects of food distribution sector in the world. Recently, the circulation balance and coordination and construction deepening research and analysis. To complete the state for the lack of importance of studying the value aspects of food distribution sector in the country around the world. In the future, more research will be conducted on the right balance between product supply and demand to issue reasonable supply and consumption of agricultural products in the production and consumption structure of both sides. The price plays a key role in influencing the behavior characteristic of each agriculture product circulation subject. The management indexed in the core competitiveness indexed system of agricultural logistic enterprise needs to be more optimized and improved. Thanks again to Professor Tatiana for your comment and suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, Цю. Tetiana Viktorівna, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, I satisfied the answer.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. According to the rules of work of the Specialized Academic Council, we proceed to the discussion of the thesis Цю Хунчжоу. I am emphasized that all present members of the Academic Council have the right to take part in the discussion. Therefore, I ask those who want to speak out about this work, maybe Margarita Alexandrівna.
Thank you, Natalia Alexeyevna. Thank you, colleagues. Dissertation research is carried it out on a current topic. The dissertation contains scientific novelty and practical significance. In general, the dissertation is a finished scientific work corresponding to the specialty 073 management. The dissertation present by Cyu Hунчжоу has a logistical structure, and its content fully reveals the topic of scientific research. After Цю Хунчжоу for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the specialty 073 management. Thank you.
Thank you, Margarita Alexandrівna. Олександр Борисович, welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity to express my opinion. In my view, the dissertation is a complete scientific work that meets the requirements, and its author deserves to be awarded to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I advise too that in further research hit the comments and advice expressed in my opinion. In general, I positively evaluate the thesis and the dissertation and will support him in the voting. Thank you.
Thank you, Олександр
Thank you.
Борисович. Юлія Володимирівна, welcome.
I support my colleagues in awarding Цю Хунчжоу the title of Doctor of Philosophy in the specialty 073 management, and I also support him in the voting.
Thank you. Тетяна Вікторівна, please.
Thank you. The work is great. I agree with the opinion of my colleagues.
Thank you. Thank you. And dear colleagues, let me also express my impression of Цю Хунчжоу dissertations. I would like to tell the words of gratitude, and I would like to add that your answer was through and the research was qualitative. Also, I should to emphasize that in these dissertations were a lot of variant methods. Graduate students widely used including comparative studies, combinations of qualitative and quantitative research, symbiosis of theory and empirical research, as well as a mathematical method, and of course I will support this scientific research. Thank you. Does anyone else want to speak? If there are no objections, I suggest ending the discussions and give possibility for giving some words to scientific tutor, Professor Olena Slavkova, Doctor of Science in Economics, Sumy National Agrarian University. Olena Pavlovna, you are welcome.
Dear colleagues, let me say a few words about the dissertation and scientific work Цю Хунчжоу. The organization of effective logistic activities at the enterprises of the agro-food complex is hindered by the imperfection, and in some cases the lack of an improvement. Theoretical and methodological base of the corresponding regulatory and legal base. Factors that determine the influence, the need for the introduction of a logistic approach at the industry level is very necessary for enterprises. Methods and mechanism for the development, improvement in increase of practical tools and recommendation, algorithms and procedures necessary for the implementation of logistics. Therefore, We can talk about the relevance and practical value of the scientific study of the problem of developing conceptual, methodological, instrument, and methodical provision in the field of ensuring the economic effectiveness of logistic activities of enterprise. The goal set by the author has been achieved. The author opinions, comprehensive justification, and conclusion will become valuable material for future research and will certainly be used by researchers in further scientific research. The sources used by the student, the nature and subject matter of the materials, the comprehensive of his presentation gave the author of the dissertation the opportunity to development new solution to the problem of the theoretical and methodological basic of logistic management in the work of agricultural enterprises. The structure of the dissertation, the language and style of presentation meet the requirement for the design of doctoral thesis. The scientific terminology used in the work is generally recognized. The style of presenting the result of theoretical and practical research, new scientific provision, conclusion, and recommendation ensures the accessibility of her perception and use. In general, in my opinion, the dissertation is a completed scientific work that meets the requirement of the specialty 073 management. That's all.
Thank you, Олена
Thank you.
Павлівна. Thank you. Нами попередньо було розроблено проект рішення спеціалізованої вченої ради. Дозвольте його зачитати. Спеціалізована вчена рада Сумського національного аграрного університету, Міністерства освіти і науки України, місто Суми, прийняла рішення про присудження ступеня доктора філософії з галузі знань 07, управління та адміністрування на підставі прилюдного захисту дисертації на тему теоретико-методичні засади логістичного управління в роботі сільськогосподарських підприємств, Theoretical and Methodical Principles of Logistic Management in the Work of Agricultural Enterprises за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Цю Хунчжоу, 1978 року народження, громадянин Китайської Народної Республіки, освіта вища, закінчив у 2015 році Нанкінський науково-технічний університет провінції Нанкін, Китайська Народна Республіка за спеціальністю комп'ютерні науки та технології. Аспірантуру закінчив у 2022 році в Сумському національному аграрному університеті Міністерства освіти і науки України, місто Суми. Дисертацію виконано у Сумському національному аграрному університеті Міністерства освіти і науки України, місто Суми, науковий керівник Славкова Олена Павлівна, доктор економічних наук, професор, завідувач кафедри публічного управління та адміністрування Сумського національного аграрного університету. Основні наукові положення та результати досліджень за темою дисертації опубліковано 14 наукових праць, з них 3 праці у фахових наукових виданнях України, усі включені до міжнародних наукометричних баз, 2 статті опубліковано в наукових періодичних виданнях Організації економічного співробітництва та розвитку країн, 1 стаття в періодичному виданні, яке включене до науково-метричної бази Web of Science, 6 тез в матеріалах наукових конференцій. Переходимо до процедури відкритого голосування. Прошу членів спеціалізованої вченої ради проголосувати і озвучити рішення щодо присудження Цю Хунчжоу ступеня доктора філософії за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Я думаю, почну з себе. Ви не проти, колеги? Я, Наталія Макаренко, голосую за присудження Цю Хунчжоу ступеня доктора філософії зі спеціальності 073 менеджмент. І давайте по черзі. Олександр Борисович, будь ласка.
Так. Я, Олександр Борисович, як офіційний опонент підтримую дисертанта і голосую за присудження наукового ступеня.
Дякую. Маргарита Олександрівна.
Я Лишенко Маргарита Олександрівна, підтверджую якість роботи і підтримую присудження наукового ступеня доктор філософії аспіранту Цю Хунчжоу.
І голосуєте за. Так?
Голосую за, звичайно.
Дякую, Юлія Володимирівна.
Я Черток Юлія Володимирівна, також підтримую аспіранта, підтримую пропозицію присудження ступеня доктора філософії за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент і голосую за.
Дякую, Тетяна Вікторівна, будь ласка, ваш голос.
Так, я також голосую за присудження наукового ступеня доктора філософії за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент.
Дякую, колеги. Таким чином, 5 голосів за, проти немає. На підставі результатів відкритого голосування спеціалізована вчена рада присуджує Цю Хунчжоу ступень доктора філософії з галузі знань 07 управління та адміністрування за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Чи є зауваження щодо рішення спеціалізованої вченої ради?
Нема.
Немає, дякую. Дозвольте привітати Цю Хунчжоу з успішним захистом дисертації. Dear Цю Хунчжоу, we congratulate you and now you have opportunity to talk some words. You are welcome.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank every professor who participated in my defense meeting. What I want to thank most is my supervisor, Professor Elena Slavkova, who not only guided my scientific research work, but also taught me many ways to solve difficulties. She's conscientious and meticulous in her work. She is my role model. I will also like to thank another of supervisor, Professor Leonid Troniuk. We keep in touch during my study in Ukraine and during my Chinese domestic. His guidance has been of great help to my scientific research. I also want to thank my family and thanks our university, Sumy National Agriculture University, also the strong and brave Ukrainian people. Even though Ukraine is at war, I hope that the war will end soon. And I believe that a better tomorrow will come for Ukraine. They are my word of gratitude. Thank you, every professor. Thank you.
Thank you, Цю Джоу. На цьому засідання спеціалізованої вченої ради вважається закритим. Шановні колеги, дякую всім за роботу і за оперативність. Мирного неба і всього найкращого всім.
Дякую.
Дякую.
Дякую.